For the wedding, Marcus had a strange and disturbing vision. In a flash of blinding light, St. Mark the Apostle appeared. Giving Marcus a cross, he told the loyal monk that Rochus was the devil himself. He must be banished from the castle. In the morning, Rochus and Elizabeth were to come to the chapel. Marcus waited for just the right moment. The demon screamed. Beneath him, the earth opened wide. The Apostle Mark appeared once again to protect the mortals with a holy sword. Since that day, Schloss Braubach has borne the name of the saint, Marksburg. Centuries later, in 1937, St. Mark made another appearance at the castle. An American tourist paused to take a snapshot near a chapel window. When the film was developed, this ghostly portrait emerged. Perhaps it was the vigilant St. Mark still defending the Marksburg. In the 14th century, the already formidable influence of the von Katzenelnbogen family grew unchecked. Their toll castles choked the Rhine from Mainz to the Dutch border. The Marksburg was just one of dozens. Chief of the von Katzenelnbogen clan was Philip the Elderly, an adventurous, if aged, bon vivant. Even in his twilight years, he craved parties, the hunt, and adventure. Yet at home, Philip was locked in a stormy marriage to Anna von Württemberg. Perhaps this accounts for his far-ranging travels to exotic cities in Africa and China. Eventually, Philip sent Anna to one of his distant castles. Later, he divorced her. At the time, divorce was such a sensitive matter that the church reserved it for the rich and mighty. One of Philip's sons was murdered by a robber. The other succumbed to a mysterious disease. Philip, at 72, faced his life's greatest challenge, producing a new heir. He married once more to another Anna, this one from the von Braunschweig family. She was just 20 years old. But the union was fruitless, and when he died in 1479, there was no male von Katzenelnbogen to carry on the family name. His beloved castle Marksburg fell into the hands of his son-in-law, Heinrich von Hessen. But with their own castle far away, the von Hessens had only a fleeting interest in the Marksburg. They visited long enough to pay their respects to the fallen lord, then stripped the castle of its valuables, including Philip's extensive library and treasures of silver and gold. Still seeking profit in the majestic relic, they built an outer defensive wall and leased the castle as a troop garrison. No nobleman would ever live here again. Marksburg's years as a regal showplace had ended. An era had come to a close. The decline of all the great Rhine castles began in earnest shortly after, as the 16th century got underway. With the region shattered by wars, many castles were crippled or destroyed. Their once mighty ramparts and towers were no match for the explosive weapons of the frightening New Age. Yet perhaps due to its fearsome appearance and the knowledge that its new cannon battery constantly on the world below, the Marksburg was left in peace. Only recently, after more than 1,000 years unscathed, did the great castle endure its darkest moments. In 1945, while occupied by retreating German troops, it came under American grenade fire. Its wounds, however, were minor. Perhaps once more, St. Mark lent a hand in protecting the stronghold, leaving the greatest treasure of the Rhine intact to this day. Today, the Rhine region hosts adventurers of a different sort. Still proud castles are now home to hotels where travelers can bask in an era of knights, scoundrels, and legends. But the best views are still from the water. Boats navigate a course unchanged by time. Only the panorama changes, as the gently snaking valley reveals one treasure after another, and history is turned back by the ceaseless current of the Rhine.